Hi, boys and girls. My name is Morah Mel, and I am so excited to come do another lesson with you today. We are going to learn some hand motions that go along with a prayer. The prayer actually comes right out of the Torah. It comes right after the Shema. We say it right after the Shema. It's called the Ve'ahavta. It's a really important piece of text in Judaism. And what we're going to do today is we are going to learn some hand motions to go with it to help you remember the words and to help you remember what they mean. Because it's important to learn how to say the prayers. It's also really important to understand what it is that we're saying. So hopefully these hand motions will help you to remember. So we're going to work our way through the prayer and you make the motions along with me so that when we do it all together at the end, you're going to be a Ve'ahavta expert. Okay, are you ready? Great. We're going to start with the very first word, ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta means you're gonna love. You're gonna love. So what I like to show my love as though I'm giving a hug or touching my heart. So we're going to say ve'ahavta. Okay, but who or what are we going to love? We are going to love Adonai. Adonai is one of God's many, many names. And because we're making a sign for God and God is everywhere, we're going to just, when we say Adonai, we're going to point our fingers and make a big circle to remind us that God is everywhere. But we don't just say Adonai, we say Adonai Elohecha. Not just God. Elohecha means your God and my God and that person's God, right? But we're going to say Adonai Elohecha, your God. Okay, can we do all of those together just to start? Okay, get your hands ready. Get your body ready. Are you ready? Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha. Very good. Let's keep going. Bechol levavcha, your lev is your heart. So when we say bechol levavcha, we're saying with all of your heart. So make a heart if you can. If that's a little bit too hard for your hands, you can also just point to your heart. That's okay too. So we're going to say bechol levavcha. Very good. Uvechol nafshecha. Your nefesh is your soul. And your soul is it's hard to show where your soul is. It's not really something you can see. So we're just going to wipe your hands like that, stretch them all the way down your body. So, bechol nafshecha. Good. And the last part of this first section, uvechol me'odecha. Me'odecha means your might or your power. So show me your power. Good. Show me your strength. Good. Okay. Do you think we're ready to put that all together and do the first sentence together? Excellent. Okay, here we go. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha. Very good. Okay, we're going to go on. Vehayu hadvarim ha'ele. That means you're going to take these words. So make like you're writing down words. Good. Asher anochi mitzavecha. Mitzavecha means that I'm commanding you. Commanding is like a very strong way of telling someone to do something. So do you ever have a grown-up tell you to do something and they say, you got to do it? So when we hear mitzavecha, we're going to say, you got to do it. Hayom means today. Hayom al levavecha. Right back to your lev, to your heart. Very good. That was a lot. Let's do the whole thing from the beginning, and you do the motions along with me. And if you can sing along with me, that's awesome too. Are you ready? Okay. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha vehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom Alevavecha. Good. The next section is V'shinantam levanecha, which means you're going to teach them to your kids. So for this part, what I do is usually I pretend that I'm patting my kids on their head. If you are a kid and it's a little bit too weird for you to pretend that you're patting your kids on your head, you can point to yourself because you're one of the kids that we are commanded to teach these words to. Okay, so either levanecha, we're going to pat our kids on our heads, or if you want to be a little bit silly, point to yourself because you are the kid. Good. And the next two words are v'dibarta bam. You're gonna talk about these things, these words with them. So can you make your hands do some talking? Very good. Excellent. V'shavtecha b'veitecha. When you're sitting, so you can make sitting hands, or you can sit if you have enough strength to get up and down as you're doing the ve'ahavta. Show us sitting. B'veitecha means in your house. So can you make a house with your arms? Very good. Very good. Uvlechtecha, that's a tough one. Uvlechtecha vaderech. Not just when you're sitting in your house, but also it means when you're out walking on your way, which means not just when you're sitting at home. We don't just talk about Torah when we're at home, but also we talk about Torah and Jewish values and things that are important to us and about God when we're going to the grocery store for milk, or when we're taking a walk together as a family, or any of the other things that we can do that are not just sitting at home, but out in the world. Torah is not just for home, Torah is for everywhere, right? So we're gonna uvlachtecha v'derech. Can you make your fingers go walking? Very good. So the next two words are uvshachbecha, uvkumecha. So they mean not only when you go to sleep at night, when you rest at night, but also when you get up in the morning. Whew, these are a lot of signs. Okay, let's do the whole thing from the beginning. I'm going to do it with you and see if you can keep up either with the words and the motions or just with the motions if that's what works for you. Okay, are you ready? Great. Okay, you ready? Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה, אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך, בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך. Did you get them all? Good job. All right, we're going to keep going. Ukshartam leot al yadecha. You're going to connect these words to your hand. Does anyone know what that actually means? What we do with that commandment? This is where the part that we're saying right now in the next one, this is where tefillin come from. If you've ever seen tefillin, they're these beautiful boxes that contain the words of the Shema and the Ve'ahavta. They have the same thing in them that a mezuzah have. And the boxes are attached, one on our hand and our arm, and another, as you're about to hear, on our head. So when we say, Ukshartam le'ot al yadecha, a yad is a hand. Good. Yadecha, your hand. So you're going to hold up your hand. V'hayu letotafot bein einecha. That part means, and it's going to be like a sign in front of between your eyes. So we're going to show where a tefillin box goes. Very good. And then the last one, uchtavtam, you're going to write these words al mezuzot, on the mezuzahs, b'veitecha, of your house, uvisharecha, and your gates. Okay, I know this is so many different hand motions and there's so much going on, but let's see if you can follow along with me, and then we'll talk one more time about what it all means, and then we can practice together. All right, get your hands ready, get your body ready. Okay. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך. Very good. Were you able to follow along? I'm so glad. This is a great skill to keep practicing. The Ve'ahavta is something that we say all the time, some people every day. So there's lots of opportunities to practice. And just to review one more time, what are we saying and why? We're saying you're going to love God with all of your heart and all of your soul and all of your might. And you're going to take these words that God is commanding you, and you are going to put them on your heart. And what does that mean, to put something on your heart? It means you're going to teach them to your kids, and you're going to talk about them all the time. You're going to talk about them when you're home. You're going to talk about them when you're out doing the parts of your life that you do out in the world. You're going to talk about them when you lie down at night and when you get up in the morning. And you're not just going to talk about them, you're going to write them down, and you're going to put them outside your house or outside your gate so that you can't forget them. You're going to continue to remind yourself of these words, right? You're going to put them on your hand and between your eyes. We're going to do everything we can to remind ourselves of the words of Torah. Thank you so much for learning with me this morning. I had a really good time, and I hope you come back for another video soon. Bye-bye. Shalom.